Welcome to TJ's podcast.
Ooh. Coming in off of a long, actually an extra long weekend. A long weekend is 3 days, right? That's what they call a long weekend. We left work Wednesday morning and didn't return until this morning on Monday. That's almost a vacation. But I had a great time. My buddy Riggins is here. Did you have a great time, Riggins?
I did, yeah.
What did you do on the long break?
I grilled out a lot, went to the pool a lot every day.
So you got your grill under control. You burned the filet wrapped in bacon on your first attempt, but did you get it?
Did burgers, did another steak, did chicken thighs yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
Burgers, steak.
I'm sweating. It's great. It's great.
I found a brand of andouille sausages that you would probably like. In Louisiana, the smoked meat, it doesn't get enough credit. Smoked sausages, everybody talks about Louisiana seafood and all of that, but the smoked sausages that they make in Louisiana, incredible. And they're hard to find up here in North Carolina, but I found some pretty good andouille sausages. And I know you like that because I put it in my red beans and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you can throw some of those on the grill and just eat them as an appetizer while the rest of your stuff's cooking.
Sure.
You don't even have to put it on a bun or anything.
Yeah. I want to, I haven't done hot dogs or anything like that, but I figured that's easy. I can take care of that stuff. But I really wanted to get down the chicken. I wanted to get the burgers right and the steaks. I don't eat a lot of steak, but you want to be able to grill a good steak. So did that, and it's just been amazing.
Do you get the cross marks on it? Do the whole thing?
I don't do the where they
quarter
like rotate.
turns?
Yeah, quarter turns. I haven't gotten there yet, but just figuring out how to control the fire and the flare ups and stuff like that, and
which is harder on the charcoal than it is gas. So.
Yeah. And adjusting the vents to make sure that it's getting enough airflow. There's a lot of little things to it. But then other guys will say, don't overthink it. Don't worry about temperatures and do all that. Grilling outside is about, it's summer. You're supposed to be having a beer.
Yeah.
And just,
But
kind of doing that.
I'm not great on the grill. So I can't help you too much there.
You remember former intern Adam?
Yeah.
He goes, hey, I had posted this thing on my story about grilling. He goes, you don't even have a clue. He had to set an alarm at 3 a.m. to go outside and check on he was making a Boston butt, I think it was. And he had to wake up in the middle of the night to go like check his charcoal and stuff like that. He was like,
because he was smoking it at a low heat. Yeah.
So there's guys that are like way into the process of it. And they all on YouTube, every video. All right, for today's cook, we're going to do, is that a thing? That's just a noun?
Yeah.
That they've just taken as their own. Today's cook, we're doing a, what? Come on, man.
I guess it's short for cookout.
I guess.
Because, you say we're having a cookout.
Yeah.
So, but I told you that my old neighbor used to do that. Days. He'd be smoking meats.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It was so good, though.
Was it?
But we saw 2 movies this weekend.
What'd you say?
We saw Axel F.
Yeah.
On Netflix, and then we went to the movies to see Bad Boys. Oh, that's right. The one at Ride or Die.
No Kevin Costner Horizon?
No.
American Saga?
No.
Not your thing?
Mm-mm.
3 hours?
No. I wanted to go see, what is it, Sound of Silence, the new movie from Angel Studios. This is the same one that did the movie about the trafficking children and stuff like that. And they teamed with the Daily Wire for this one.
What's this one about?
Foster kids.
Oh my God. Heavy topics.
I think that's the one. Oh yeah. They're all Christian based, religious based heaviness.
Oh man.
I could be wrong. I may have movies mixed up. No, I'm not talking about the Simon and Garfunkel.
That's what I was saying. I was like, a Simon and Garfunkel documentary?
Maybe that's not even the name of it.
Is it starring Jim Caviezel like the other one was?
No. But, you know my friend Matt?
Yeah.
The Matt Doherty, the basketball coach? He went to some sort of an event, charity event, where Caviezel was the keynote speaker, and Caviezel recognized him in the crowd. And
No way.
after it was over, they talked, and they're friends now.
Really?
Mm-hmm. What am I looking for? Oh, let's see. I could be so far off on that. Movie.
I haven't seen a thing about this.
Sound of Hope.
Sound of Hope. Okay.
That's what it's called. Sound of Hope, not Sound of Silence.
Sound of-
Sound of Hope, the story of Possum Trot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they had a huge hit with that last one that they did.
Mm-hmm.
And I think partly due to the fact that there was all that drama that some theaters were pulling it out. You weren't showing it, or
Yeah.
showing technical malfunctions in the theaters. So,
Yeah, and I don't, and it was because of the content being, without getting too political, conservative people love the movie, and non-conservative people / liberals / progressives / communists didn't want it to be seen.
okay.
And it really doesn't matter why. That's just all you need to know.
Well, you can get political here. It's a podcast. There's no rules here.
Yeah, I know, but that's not what it's set up to be.
There's this story out now that Matthew Perry, I've noticed this kind of trend when an actor or somebody dies young. Say Matthew Perry was actually working on a movie about pedophiles in Hollywood, and they think he was murdered. But they do that with every young person. Heath Ledger was working on a movie about pedophiles in Hollywood. Coincidence?
Why do they do?
I don't know. It's like, well, there's a lot of movies about pedophiles. Like everybody's wanting to make movies about pedophiles.
They get canceled.
I guess.
These projects just go unmade.
Yeah. What a career pivot, though, that would be for Matthew Perry. He's like, you know what?
Yeah, forget all this comedy that I've been doing since the 90s.
I want to get a little grittier, a little darker.
All right, as long as we're on celebrity stuff, the stupid celebrity stuff, all of the crazy radical Hollywood celebrities, and it's the usual ones who think that they matter in the political voices, who are yelling for Biden to step out of the race.
Yeah.
And one of the main ones is Meathead, Rob Reiner. And he has been involved in politics and speaking out since he was young. And he's one of the most vile blowhards in Hollywood. He's a joke.
He's a loudmouth. That's I don't know a lot of his work. I know he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I know him more as like a personality on Twitter because he's always getting a lot of action on his posts.
Yeah, and he's a celebrity. He's a star in Hollywood and all because of his dad, Carl Reiner.
That's Carl Reiner's son? Okay.
Yeah, Carl Reiner is his dad. So what do you call that? Nepotism?
I think is what they call it.
Yeah. So Meathead would be nothing if it weren't for nepotism.
I don't get the Meathead reference.
Well, on All in the Family, he played the liberal hippie son-in-law, and Archie called him Meathead. His name was Mike Stivic. That was the character's name, and Archie called him Meathead because he was dead from the neck up. Because he was stupid, Meathead. And that's what he'll always be known for, is that role. He's directed and made some pretty good movies as a producer and all that. But again, because his dad was such a huge success and so great, that's how he got into show business. Mm-hmm. And I think he used to be married to Penny Marshall back in the day.
Rob Reiner and Penny Marshall?
Mm-hmm. Laverne from Laverne and Shirley.
Sure. What was that baseball movie she was in?
She was the There's No Crying in Baseball.
Yeah.
League of Their Own.
League of Their Own, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real harsh.
Yeah. They were married for 10 years, from 71 to 81.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, and she wasn't. She died in 2018, but she was no, I guess, easy person to get along with, I wouldn't think.
I can't imagine.
But
a little rough.
I got to imagine that even she couldn't take his dumb shit.
Yeah, maybe not.
But he's still going out there yelling, screaming like people give a damn.
Yeah, tweeting so much. I always wonder, I don't know, you get a lot of free time when you've got time to tweet as often as you do. And then they always go, I don't get on here and read a lot of stuff. It's like, no, it's pretty obvious you do. You're on it. You've tweeted 100 times today. It's pretty clear you're paying attention.
And then somebody like him, I always stop and think, all right, some of the wild, outlandish stuff that he claims and all of this, you're either one of two things. You're either really naive and brainwashed to believe in this stuff that you're spouting, or you're a liar, and you're lying when you spout all of this stuff. If you're lying, it means that you're not just a complete brain dead idiot with what you're saying, Rob Reiner. If you believe in what you're saying, then you're a brain dead idiot. Mm-hmm. So it's got to be one or the other. Either way, you're not honest.
Now that he's asking Biden to step aside, is he lying or is he just being an idiot? I think he's probably right.
Yeah, but I mean, just in general, the things like why it's so important, because all of that stuff. Trump's going to be Hitler. Trump's going to have his political enemies killed. Trump's going to have them arrested. Like all of the stuff that's going on against Trump right now, being persecuted by his political opponents. They're saying that's what Trump's going to do. And then with this new Supreme Court decision that presidents have immunity, he could send SEAL Team 6 to kill Biden or to kill a reporter or whatever. And that's so stupid, because all they said was if he does something and he's performing his regular presidential duties, then he has immunity. Mm-hmm. None of this other crap. So that's why I say that they believe that they're uninformed and stupid, or they're lying. They know they're lying. And Rob Reiner is just disgusting. And part of it is, I think, it just adds to how disgusting he is, about how ugly he is.
Okay, so
ugh.
Pudgy little.
Even when he was young, he was ugly.
Yeah,
that's why he's better behind the camera. All right, we got to take a break. We got another stupid celebrity story that I'm not falling for. I'm not falling for this other story. We'll get to it next.
TJ's Podcast.
We're here with our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies, and Richard, people have credit card bills, and they need to use that equity, don't they?
That's right. Use the equity in your home, restructure your debt, save yourself a bunch of money, and it's easy. We've got the instant equity. It's simple. They make you an offer. You can close in 4 days, get your money that quick. Ace, you've done it.
Yeah, I've done it. It'll change your life in virtually no time. Starts with a free 5-minute phone call, 704-800-4719, or online at homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Company.
Richard Toccato Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
They say there are only two things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Back to TJ's Podcast.
Yeah, back to it. Okay, this is a story that is, as they say, gained some legs.
Yeah. It's a crazy one, isn't it?
Yeah. Now this didn't happen recently, right? This was years ago. This was a radio girl, a woman in radio, says she interviewed Eric Stonestreet, who played Cameron Tucker, Cam, on Modern Family, the beloved character of Cam Tucker. Everybody
loved Cam, fan favorite.
And she said he was very rude to her. And now, I guess she does a podcast now. She was on somebody's podcast. And somehow this is in the podcast world now. And she was talking about interviewing him and that he was very rude. And the way she described it in the article that I saw, Riggins, was he was doing the interview because he was endorsing Pepto-Bismol. And Pepto-Bismol said, we can get you this big star to be on your show, but he has to promote Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah.
She says nobody told her that. So she assumed that he was on her show to promote Modern Family. She gets him on the show. They're talking. They're having a great interview, she said. And then all of a sudden he says, when are you going to let me talk about Pepto-Bismol? And she made a joke and acted like she didn't know what he was talking about. And he said, well, somebody didn't do their homework. And she took offense to that.
Yes.
And then got pissed.
Got
right?
upset, yeah.
Because that's all he said was somebody didn't do their homework.
That's the way it was described, yeah.
So now she's describing him as being just this raging asshole.
Yeah.
When that's all did they go back and forth? Did he say mean stuff to her after that? That's all he said, and then she went off on him.
It sounds like that's exactly what happened. And she teed off on him. She said, I was just irritated by that. But then everybody that's read the story in the comments going, oh, it's well known that he is unliked in the Hollywood community on TV sets and movies. And I was like, I don't even think I've seen him in anything else other than Modern Family. But
he's done movies and stuff.
Has he?
Yeah.
He said it's well known. He is not a friendly guy. So then they've pulled quotes from his other interviews where he's saying, when I meet fans out in the street, they're often taken aback because I am not like the character I play on Modern Family. I'm not this bright, bubbly. He's kind of more subdued, and I guess that might come across as iciness or coldness.
Yeah. But he's just like a lot of actors are that way. Steve Martin, they say, is very, very shy. Yeah. They've always said that about him.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
So I don't know that it's a great example of him acting like a dick or however they characterized it, but I also kind of we've done this a while, so I find it hard to believe that she doesn't know that he's there to promote Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say
to you.
Yeah, we had a whole thing set up one time. What is the guy's name? He plays FBI agent Rossi on Criminal Minds. It's an Italian fella. Whatever, he's the star of Criminal Minds, and that was my favorite show at the time. And they said you can interview him on your radio show. And it was pretty smooth. You could tell that that it was kind of set up, but it went fine. He did his deal about the mattress, and then we went on with the interview. Yeah, I can't believe they would just throw him on her show and not tell her he's got to promote Pepto-Bismol. That's just, I don't know what market she was in. I don't know any of it. It was a big enough market for her to have, one of the biggest TV stars of the time on.
With a national sponsor.
Yeah. But, and it reminded me, I talked to the person the other day. The person was actually listening to the podcast when I said I had a story about a celebrity being rude.
Yeah, I meant to ask you about that one.
And the person said that I could tell the story, just not to tell who the person is. But I know a person very, very well who was in an establishment during the day who saw Theo Von in the place taking pictures with fans. He pulled away from those fans and was walking outside or something. It was a big, kind of like an event that was inside and outside, and he was going outside. She went up and said, Theo, could I please have a picture with you? And he looked at her and said, I don't like being the center of attention, so hurry up.
Whoa.
And then she stood there and I think he may have said, hurry up again.
Whoa.
Took the picture and then walked off.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Because he does not come across like that kind of person at all.
Mm-mm. No. And
I hate that.
yeah, and I'm not even saying that I know I'm even close to being the success level of Theo Von, but there are situations where people come up to us and ask for their picture to be taken. And even if I'm in a hurry and it's happened because we're about to go on stage and introduce a band or something and they're waiting for us, I would never tell somebody to hurry up, no matter what. No. And I don't like being the center of attention like that either. But I would not say I don't like being the center of attention, so hurry up. To somebody who comes up who's a fan of our product or of me,
That's crazy. Especially when your whole person. That's why the Ellen thing was so shocking to so many people. Because when you have this image, and Theo Von does, of just being sort of a cool kind of Matthew McConaughey-esque, frat guy, you think they're going to be like that all the time. So that is shocking.
Yeah.
And probably very disappointing if you're a fan of him.
Yeah, she was super disappointed.
Was she?
Yeah, he was her favorite celebrity.
I liked him when I was a kid. He was on Road Rules. He was still like that. The guy that you hear on the podcast, super cool, kind of easy breezy, just like fun to be around. So that is shocking.
And I can tell you that this person was not annoying or pushy or anything of that nature at all. But that's the way he reacted to it.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
hurry up. Tell her to hurry up, whoever's taking. Tell her to hurry up.
Never mind. Don't worry about it. I'm all right. Yeah. I don't need that picture.
That's what I would have said. I would say, you know what?
Sorry.
Yeah. Didn't mean to bother you.
Yeah. Not even being a jerk to him. Just, I apologize.
That's what I would have just, well, you know what? I don't need it that badly. I don't want to bother you. Obviously, you're a little fragile. Probably what I would have said. You're a little fragile. Mr. Vaughn.
I apologize.
Yeah. So off you go.
See ya. So yeah, I don't know.
But then again, I'm not a young fan of his either. So, I mean, I like him okay, but I'm old. This is his wheelhouse. Young, adult, just big fan.
Has Cubby ever told us a story about like a celebrity that was really nasty? Because he's kind of our celebrity whisperer. I don't know that he's had a really negative interaction with a celebrity. He has
had that, and he's made comments here or there, but he will never just go off on someone really that I don't think.
I'm just like, oh, they were such a dick.
He won't do it.
That's good. It's very Hollywood of him.
But he used to not do it. Now that he got skinny, he may do it. Yeah. He may be like, So I don't believe that about Eric Stone Street. I don't think what he did, if that's all the example they're going to give, I don't think that was so bad.
Yeah.
And don't believe me if you don't want to about Theo Von. I'm just telling you, this person that I know very well recently had that interaction with him. Now, does that make him a dick all the time? No. He could have just been having a moment. But everybody has moments.
So true.
I've had moments around people before where I didn't insult them, especially people who were supporters of mine. Mm-hmm. In that instance, would I say he's a dick? Yes.
Yeah, he did a dick thing.
Is he a dick in general? I don't know.
Maybe not.
Not saying that he is. He could be super chill, super nice all the time. We all have our moments.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to say this. The last thing I heard about Theo Vaughn was that he's a dick.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And he probably lost a fan that day. That's a shame.
He absolutely did. Yeah.
So it really hurt him.
Yeah. But he doesn't care. Obviously. He doesn't
That is
care.
a weird way to act.
It's okay. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
And then quickly, we got a thing here. Sorry, I got to do this again because I forgot to do it. That's how you know we're about to hear some audio. And I don't even know the context of this, Riggins, but it's just a mother advising her daughter of some life rules.
Yeah.
Just enjoy this.
Mama, what you said? Scratch your butt. Everybody butt itch. And if you gotta smell it, smell it. You got the right to scratch your butt. That is human nature. If your butt wasn't meant to scratch, it wouldn't itch. Scratch your butt. And smell it if you want to.
I mean, that's horrifying. What
Yeah.
does that even mean? I mean, I know what it means, but like,
Is that somebody just trying to say something silly? I mean,
I don't know. I don't think so. I think she's probably.
I get the meaning behind it. It's a free country. If you need to scratch your butt, scratch it. Yeah. But why would you need to smell it?
Why would you need to smell it? Why would you advise other people about doing it? Why would you post it on the internet? It's like there's a lot of follow-up questions. And that sounds like a medical issue. If your butt's itching all the time, you got like rectal itch.
Yeah.
That's probably not just something you can handle yourself. You probably need to go see a professional about that.
You know those little back scratchers they sell at like sometimes they have them up at the register at Walgreens and they at the telescopic thing like an antenna.
Sure.
You probably need one of those.
Yeah. Go over the shoulder.
Or just like down in the back of the pants, I guess.
Really getting down in there.
I mean,
that's so gross. She might need to invest in a bidet because she's a big woman.
mm-hmm.
She might have trouble.
What's a more I'd say irritating itch in public? An itch between your toes or in your butt?
Ooh, probably in your butt.
Yeah. But at least you can maybe sneak off and do something easier, like just kind of turn from the crowd and scratch your butt from the outside of your pants.
Yeah.
But with a toe itching, you got shoes and socks on. It's you can't do anything. You can try moving your toes back and forth to get that itch, but that doesn't help it.
Doesn't always work. I feel like I only ever get an itch between my toes, between my big toe and the second one.
Yeah.
But that's what I'll try, kind of like a grasshopper, just kind of rub them together, my toes together. I thought you were going to say butt or crotch, like junk.
Oh, no.
That would be gross.
No, you can that's not even awkward. Just scratch at it. People expect men, that we get, accused of doing that all the time anyway. I'm never scratching myself, but men in general, they say, oh, you just scratch. And then if a woman does an impression of a man, she's going to scratch. And they talk about athletes doing it all the time. Athletes, I watch all kinds of sports. I never see athletes scratching themselves.
A baseball player might adjust like a cup or something.
But to just get in there and start clawing, I never see that.
Never. I don't do that either. Go around scratching myself. It's so gross.
No. Because you got to be careful. You get accused of doing other stuff.
Yeah. Walking on the greenway.
Now, I'll ask somebody else to do it for me. Sure. If I got, say you and I were at an amusement park, Riggins, like that would be the place we'd go together,
sure.
right? And I started itching in my crotchal area. I'd say, hey, it'll look awkward if I'm scratching my crotch. Will you do that for me?
Can you put down your Dippin' Dots for a second? Help me out.
Can you use the spork from lunch? Get on that. Our friend Richard Toccato from the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and we're talking about home improvement. That doesn't just mean, like, my wife thinks our home would improve if I left it. That's not what that means, is it?
Yeah, for Jody, that would probably help her out. But for everybody else, we need a sun deck or they want a backyard kitchen. It's an easy phone call to 704-800-4719 or log on to homewithrichard.com.
Now, you've got the money in your home. Let Richard find it. HomeWithRichard.com. It's the Richard Toccato Companies.
Richard Toccato Companies, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 38652.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Welcome back, world, to TJ's podcast.
Riggins and I were just talking about, stuff on the podcast. And I don't know, Riggins. I don't know about you talking about things that annoy you. I try to keep everything positive here. I don't want to bring it to a negative vibe, as the kids say. It's pretty uplifting most of the time, but okay.
Okay, we'll have to get into this. There's just a couple of things that I saw over the long holiday weekend that annoyed me. And I was like, I bet TJ would probably find this annoying too. Tend to have similar viewpoints on this kind of stuff. 5 cheese macaroni. 5 cheese?
What?
I don't know.
These macaroni recipes are getting way out of control.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just like, we're going to put bacon and sausage and 5 cheeses, and we're going to put sardines in it. And, I mean, it's just insane.
Here's meatballs. They're out of control. And then, saw this 5 cheese. I thought, can you distinguish? I mean, at what point are you just it's like the Bloody Marys with like all that stuff on top. It's like, maybe you're not improving. You're not making it any better. You're just doing stuff to be doing stuff.
Exactly, which is one of my biggest pet peeves. Either saying something just to be saying something, or doing something just to be doing something.
Yeah.
And making a Bloody Mary look like a buffet is doing something just to be doing something.
Yeah.
It's not great. Same with mac and cheese. It's that's unnecessary.
One of the 5 cheeses, it was like mozzarella, cheddar, Colby Jack, and then one of them was like Swiss. I'm like, now is Swiss adding anything to the macaroni and cheese?
Yeah, because Swiss has barely any flavor to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean,
after 3, I think, even 3 is a little ridiculous. You're not trying to make something better. You're just doing stuff to be doing stuff.
Or just to say that you came up with it.
Yeah. I want to hear 7 cheeses. It's so stupid. I was looking up a recipe to how to make like that hash brown casserole that you get at Cracker Barrel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had some leftover potatoes. I was like, I wonder if that's easy to make. Well, it turns out it's not really. I mean, it's a lot of, I didn't want to pull out a box grater and do all that stuff. But the one recipe I was looking at, I went down to the bottom and it's like, cook for 300 and then take the tinfoil off, cook at 300 for this long. Do not overcook.
Yeah.
What, bitch, what do you think I'm looking at a recipe for? What kind of advice is that? Do not overcook?
That should be the rule for every meal. Don't overcook it. Don't burn it.
Yeah. Hey, recipe maker, should I overcook this? What would you say? I mean, it's dumb shit. That's why I'm looking at a recipe, to make sure I don't overcook it, or matter of fact, undercook it. Don't overcook it.
There's another one. This trend now on with online recipes where they'll say, and only 2 ingredients or only 3 ingredients. Yeah. So they would say, and the 2 ingredients are, you're just going to start with your potatoes, then you're going to add heavy whipping cream, then add your spices, and they're like 7 different spices on a plate that they've measured out to dump into this. Each one of those counts as an ingredient, you moron.
2 ingredients along with 9 other things.
Along with 9 spices that you need to measure out in teaspoons and tablespoons.
That I've measured out.
It's only 2 ingredients.
That's bull.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And that, trying to look at a recipe online is like, they give you a novel before you get to the recipe. But I appreciate some websites will have a button right at the top that says jump to recipe. So I don't have to read about how your great grandmother Lucy, met her husband and this is the first thing, it's some dumb shit. And then yesterday I saw a commercial, and I don't know if somebody's talked about this before. It's for Otezla.
Yeah.
It's for, I think it's psoriasis maybe. But at the end of the commercial, they said, it's Otezla. Don't take Otezla if you're allergic to it.
Yeah, if you're allergic to Otezla.
Oh, okay. Never thought about that.
I'm allergic to penicillin.
Yeah.
And nobody has ever had to tell me, don't take penicillin.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, wait, what is this? What is this? Penicillin? I wonder if I should take that. I'm allergic to it.
I know that I'm allergic to it, but I still haven't made up my mind about whether or not I'm going to take it yet. Now, I'm sure that's like a government mandate, like they have to put that in there, but that's got to be one of the dumbest mandates ever.
There are several of them now that say that. Don't take if you're allergic to Ozempic.
Oh, I was going to.
Well, how would I know that I'm allergic to it? So if you take it and you have an allergic reaction, stop taking it.
Yeah.
Don't take it again. Okay.
Just, you know what? Be done with it.
But they do that because there has to be, at least a handful of people who are that dumb.
Yeah.
To do it. Now the rest of us have to sit and go, do you think we're that dumb? You got to tell everybody?
Yeah, because it turns out there probably are just that many dumb people out there. That's scary.
Yeah. If it hurts to hit yourself in the head with a hammer, don't hit yourself in the head with a hammer.
For real. It's horrible. So those are just a few things that I was annoyed by over the weekend, but
that's good. Yeah, and I agree. I concur.
Yeah.
And agree.
But I do want a Bloody Mary now. I was thinking about a Bloody
Mary.
One. A real one. I don't need a cold. That burger is not staying hot when it's sitting on top of your ice cold Bloody Mary, and the chicken wings and the shrimp. That stuff is not hot when you get to eat it.
No, get that crap out of it. I don't even want celery in mine because I'm not going to eat that celery. I don't want it.
You're not doing that either.
No. Get that out of there. It's a drink.
Do you rim the glass?
Yeah.
With anything?
I like it that way. Yeah, with salt.
With salt. I heard somebody had the craziest margarita order the other day. And I couldn't even tell you because I don't know a lot about liquor, but it was like a specific type of tequila on the rocks, but salt half of the rim for me. Because I just like a little, and I know you get a salted, empty glass on the side. It's kind of annoying, but having half of the glass salted seems really annoying because I don't even know how you do that.
Well, I drink margaritas on the rocks, so too many places, and I know the mixologists, the bartenders that are upper crust would say it's a sign of a good bad bartender that if they can't do this right. But when I ask for salt with a margarita on the rocks, most of the time when I get it, all the salt has washed off the outside of the glass.
Ugh.
Because of them sloshing it around and all of that. So that's why I started asking for a separate empty glass with the rimmed, salt, so I could lick one glass and drink out of the other one.
Yeah.
And I know it's stupid, but it's not my fault.
They forced your hand in this matter. In this specific. Have you had margarita this summer?
Not yet. No. I mean, I got to be really in the mood for it and be a daredevil because I know it's going to give me the reflux.
Oh, heavens,
got that acid reflux.
Sure.
I make sure I got that Nexium in me.
Yeah.
Before I can do that.
What do you drink on the boat?
Beer.
Just beers?
Yeah. Beer and more beer.
Yeah. I saw pictures of you guys on the boat.
From the 4th of July.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look like the Trump train over there. Jenny, your little friend Jenny's got a shirt with Donald Trump's face all over it. It was striking.
Yeah. And Jody was wearing a Trump hat. Big Trump flag flying off the back of the boat.
Oh, she's got the flag too.
Yeah, on one side of the boat is the big American flag, and the other side is a Trump flag.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No mistaking what's.
Yeah, we get a lot of woo.
Oh yeah,
on the lake, Then we've been flipped off several times too.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they get close and do it, or are they just
no
pass in passing?
Like one time, this boat full of lesbian women came around us, and they were making a big deal out of it.
Really?
Flipping us off, and I forgot my kids were on the boat. They're teenagers, grown, and I jumped up and yelled something back at the other boat. It's the first time I'd ever said those words in front of my kids. Really? Yeah. Blank you stupid.
Okay.
Blanking.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
A boat full of lesbians. That's a good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good something. A book, a band, an album title. That's funny.
Because they had their flag on their boat. We didn't say anything. Yeah.
Joe Biden flag?
No. The
like
LGBTQ plus LGBTQ plus flag. I wouldn't have flipped them off just for that.
No. Should have battled it out and like our flag versus your flag. We'll just like lightsaber duel them.
All right, we got to go. Thanks for watching and listening. Love you. Bye.
Serving the world. It's TJ's podcast.